you at practice though, for real?
Right.
Are you running for real? Are you in that dirt? Are you putting the work in?
You for real?
You got that dog in you for real? You think dogs walk around always clean? Nah.
My dog.
Hello, I'm Aminah Rhone. I'm a class of 2025 senior from Blythewood High School. Right now I'm committed to NC State. I run the 100 hurdles, the 400 hurdles, the 200, and the 4.
And in lane number 6, Aminah Rhone in the gray really going out fast. That's Rhone down the backstretch in the all gray, representing Blythewood, and making up the stagger on just about everybody here is Aminah Rhone.
So basically, I grew up in Summerville, South Carolina. I was there for pretty much majority of my life. I moved here right before the start of my freshman year of high school. And I grew up doing gymnastics. That's the sport that I really thought I was going to be doing for the rest of my life. Gymnastics is probably one of the hardest sports out there. You have to have mental toughness, you have to be prepared for basically anything physically. The training was super duper intense. It helped me have really good power. I had abs at the age of 6, so it really builds your mental toughness, but it also prepares your body for just about any sport that you could ever try. But after middle school, I figured I wasn't really as in love with it as I used to be, and so I knew I wanted to still do a sport. And so track is just something that I naturally fell into, because in gymnastics you have to run, and I was always running fast and enjoying and racing people at school and stuff, and so track is just a natural sport that you either love it or you hate it. And I figured, I loved running, so I started track in 7th grade. And honestly, ever since then, I've just been in love with track. Started, really taking it really, really serious about right after the pandemic, so my freshman year, and ever since then, I can't see my life without track at all.
Ready for that?
Yeah, I'm kind of nervous because I haven't, ran over a 400 hurdle since July. But I ran my PR in July. Yeah. I ran 101.25. Just a little bit. That 4th hurdle. Oh yeah, I'm starting to feel it now. My parents, they have a huge impact. They always lean 100% forward into anything that I care about, anything that I want or I confess that I need or want in my life. They want it for me. And so they are a huge part of my life. I can't imagine being able to do anything without them. They really put so much effort and care into everything that they do for me, and just the sacrifice overall for being in this sport. And even back when I was doing gymnastics, it's a huge sacrifice from the athlete, but the parents even more, because you're putting your money, your time, your effort. Sometimes you're taking off from work just to see your child succeed. And I think my parents they do such a great job at that, and I really do love them for that. Because drinking 3 bottles of water that race day is good, but you're not gonna feel it unless your body's already pre-hydrated. So for a workout like this, I already knew I was gonna start 400 hurdling this week, so I just started loading myself up 2-3 days ago with water, and then I drank really good today. I feel like that really helped. Although I'm still tired, I can't imagine how tired I would be without hydrating.
What's the key for the cleats?
I bought them October, November, and saved them for outdoor.
Yeah.
Put your Bible verses on them. Right here you got Jeremiah 29:11 through 12. You got 2 Corinthians 4:15 through 16. What they mean and stuff on the inside. You got to put your trust in the Lord and then all for His glory.
Set. Go.
I really think that I should be really thankful and blessed to have a two-parent household. Just being able to see my parents' relationship with each other as well as how they communicate with me, it's a really big part into the athlete I am and the person I am and what I want to see in my life with, you know, my friendships, my relationships, how I communicate with my teammates and stuff. It really plays a big deal in just how you care for people and, you know, knowing that your situation is not everybody else's situation, knowing that you have teammates that don't have two-parent households, knowing that they have single parents who are doing all of these things for them, but it's a lot harder.
Come on, Amina. 25. 36. 38.
It was an immense fear. Like, even that first day where I was back running, I really did like have fear, like in just like the soreness that I was feeling. Like, you think that everything is going to be the end because of something that happened to you before, but I really put my faith in God. Like, even through the pain, even like coming back and still feeling a little bit of something, like I was able to come back and feel strong out of everything. So that was really good. Like, just listening to my body is one thing, but not letting it get into your mind is another thing. Honestly, I was feeling every emotion except for fear. Like, in the morning, I just woke up feeling very like thankful to be able to compete, because I know like I was super duper like sad. Like, when you have something that you put your all into all the time, you have that kind of taken away from you for a while, it really does, like, it makes you ask yourself, like, so what do I do now? And so being able to be back, I just felt like so grateful that morning of, and I felt so thankful and just like ready and excited. I'm just excited to be back. Like,
I'm excited for you too. I can't wait to see what
this
you
is
can
a very
do.
exciting meet, yes.
This your first meet back?
Yeah, my first hurdle race back. I've been out for a good little minute. I just got about like 2 months, and then I was cleared to run and then start sprinting, and then I just got cleared to hurdle like 2 weeks ago.
Anticipation building up?
Oh yes, yes. Like, it's a lot of pressure, but it's good pressure, because you know that people are like waiting to see what you do, and they expect like very highly of you, and it makes you expect highly of yourself too. So I just want to go out here. God is good. I'm glad to be back and healthy, and just go out here and show them what I've been working on. Let's do scoops. But yeah, even when you're like a pro, like, they still have things they're working on and improving on. Track is like a never, I won't say never ending, but you don't stop improving. Well, you don't want to stop improving.
It's hard to trust God sometimes because you're like, I don't know where you're taking me.
Especially
It looks
track.
like it's going nowhere.
Yeah, like your faith is always being tested in track, because it's an individual sport. You know that it's nobody else but yourself that needs to improve. And so your faith is always being tested. What's after that? So I felt good warming up. I felt like my reps were how they felt in practice. So that really had me feeling confident going into the race.
Lane 7, Rock.
But I'm not gonna lie, I really was scared. Like once I got onto the line, that's when the fear started to kick in, because I'm like, I'm really about to race right now. But all in all, I felt like, you know, just excited and ready.
And the heat goes to NC State commit Aminah Rhone out of Blythewood, 1462.
After that first race, I just felt like an extreme boost of confidence, like just knowing that I got through it and the race felt good and I was able to have a great start and a great finish. I felt like that really like pushed me into motivation for finals. Knowing that, you know, I'm not as far behind as I thought I was, but I still have work to do. And I just felt extremely just thankful that I was able to finish at the time that I had. Yeah, absolutely. Like just being able to train with them and seeing like the younger athletes, how much work they put in into what they do. And even the athletes that are your age, like Ethan Moody, like you see how much work he puts in every day at practice. And being able to cheer them on and see them race live is like an amazing experience. Like it gets your heart racing for them because you want that success for them. So that was really good. Nyla Fair as well, Aubrey Guy, like those are people that I train with and that I have trained with daily. And being able to see them at this stage, at the biggest stages and succeeding is great. We got, oh my gosh, we got Brooke. She is in the 8th grade running 14s, you guys. We have Peyton, Maddie, Liv, Harris. Liv, come here. This is Olivia.
Leave out.
Girl, we
We don't care about no leave out, you fast. We don't got to see your head like that. Anyway, this is Olivia
Hey guys.
Taylor. She is fastest girl in the state.
Yes.
Peyton is too. Peyton's not here.
4, 2, 1, 4x4, 4x2.
Oh yeah, you the one that was all over split mile, huh?
Split mile?
Is it- was it
Mile split?
Yeah, correctly. Definitely.
Yes, Peyton's not here. I wish she was. Brooke, she got All-American. She is in the 8th grade. She ran 14.4 in finals. She did an amazing job. She always does. Also, a lot of my teammates PR'd. I think Haley PR'd. She's SC #1 in the 800. There was a lot of people that really did their best and really showed out for All-American. And it's a really high competition, high energy meet. So it's really great that they're able to go out there and represent Blythewood well. My go-to music, Lil Baby. I love Lil Baby for some reason. Like, that's like what I listen to on race day. Like the morning of the race too. That's all I listen to.
Top five songs.
Top 5 songs, like period. Oh, you put me on the spot.
It's all good. It's your top 5.
How about I give you my top 3?
All right, bet.
So, and I'm gonna go in order from 3 to 1. I think Players Anthem is number 3. That's a classic. Number 2. Dang, what's my number 2? I'm gonna go top 2. And then number 1 for me is You Got Me by the Roots. That's my favorite song of all time. Play that anytime. I recite every lyric. That is my top favorite song ever. That's by the Roots featuring Erykah Badu. But I think Jill Scott, she sung the original one. I like the live version too. Y'all go listen to that. It's a really good song. So basically, like my recruitment, it started about midway through my junior year. Like as soon as nationals came, like I was already sending out emails and stuff. Like you have to get that stuff started early. And I felt like I really did a good job at that. But there was a lot of rules that were being adjusted and being changed. So I felt like even though I was starting early and I was getting everything that I needed to get straight, there was still some things that were left uncertain, like these schools are changing their roster sizes, and there's rules about how many visits you can do and what schools you can talk to and when, and like there's dead periods. There was so many things that me and my parents didn't know, and so I felt like extremely nervous about, you know, where I would end up. Even though I put my trust in God, like knowing that I would end up in the right place, it was still kind of like hard to manage, like, when should I reach out to these schools? Are they gonna reach out back to me? Like, who wants me versus who do I want, you know? And you have to really get together, like, what do I want out of a school? Because if you put in the hard work and you really like trust in your process, you can go to any school that you want. So it was really just about like managing, like, what do I need and want from schools? And so going into like the beginning of my senior year, like I really wanted to set up visits. And so I did get like basically the maximum amount of visits that I can get, just really filling out like these schools and like what it feels like to be at those places and what the atmospheres are like. And so being that I went on a lot of visits, big and small schools, you have to like realize what you want. And I felt like when I went to NC State, I immediately just knew that I wanted to be there, and it felt right. And a lot of people were telling me like throughout the process, like, you'll know when you know, and like you'll feel when the right school is the right school. And so when I went to NC State, like going into that, I didn't believe it, but as soon as I walked onto the campus, I was like, yeah, like this is where I want to be. And so, you know, comparing the offers and comparing like, you know, how big the schools were and what they could offer me, like NC State was like, I knew I wanted to be there and I knew I had to be there. So after my final race, I won't lie, like I was pretty down on myself. I really wanted to, you know, be on that podium and be All-American. But I realized in that moment where I was down, I was comparing myself to other people's process and other people's stories. And I just had to realize, like, a couple weeks ago, I wasn't able to run. And like just being here and being able to race and being able to have a great under 15 season opener is just a blessing. Like, even though I didn't run a PR, I didn't run a top All-American time, I still did what I needed to do to progress and get to my PRs by the end of the season. And so after, you know, consideration, like I was able to cheer up, but it was a really great meet and I don't think I could want anything else from it. Your process is your process. You can't compare, you know, what other people are doing. Like, you see a lot of people going to Georgia, and that's great for them, and they figure that's their school, but you have to find your school. You can't just go where everybody else is going. You can't just follow everybody else's path. You have to write down a list, if you have to, of like, what do you want? And so when you ask yourself, what do you want? And you go on these visits and you research these schools and you look at their rosters and who they have, do they fit you? Are you going to fit into their program? And so honestly, like, it's a long, extensive process, and it does leave you feeling like confused at sometimes, but you have to know that, you know, if you really want something, you're going to continue at it, and you're going to, you know, put the research in and put the effort in to be at that place. Yeah, so the rest of the season, I'm very excited. Like, I know that it's going to take me a little bit longer than everybody else because of my injury to like kind of get to my peak and gear up, but I know that I'm putting the work in at practice every day, and so that really gets me excited. And I know that God has really got me, and He knows what His plan is for me, and so that the rest of the season is in His hands and all for His glory. But I go off to college in August, about like mid-August. And so you guys can stay tuned for my indoor season and just having healthy practices, and you'll definitely see me on the page for NC State, so be looking out for that.